Well, hey guys, so last weekend in the vlog, I tried out this Peter Thomas Roth cucumber gel mask, and I have continued to use it, but it's not like horrific or anything. And you know, I would probably complain about the price. This was gifted to me, by the way, I didn't buy it. I would complain about the price, but honestly, you don't need very much. I've been using it actually daily for the past 7 days, and it's as though I just opened it. So what it is this hydrating gel mask that you put on to clean skin. Feels like aloe vera. I mean, that's kind of the vibe that it's going for. So you put it on, I put it on my neck. It's the silliest concept though. You leave it on for 10 minutes, you know, a typical mask, and then you rinse it off. But when you're thinking of addressing the moisture barrier, I don't know, it kind of defeats the point. To put something moisturizing on, use a short contact approach, and then rinse it off. That being said, this has some ingredients in it that I'm not too fond of in skincare, like some fruity extracts. It has papaya, pineapple. I mean, probably trace extracts of those things, if I'm being honest. It's not as though like there's, you know, freshly squeezed pineapple in here with the enzymes that would be super irritating to the skin. Aloe, you know, is rich in humectants. It has compounds called allicins in it that actually can target hyperpigmentation and help with that, as well as alleviate some inflammation. And of course, you know, it's soothing. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it off and move on with my skincare. But look what I got. They have this cute little toast on them. They're the things to keep the drips from going down your wrist. While I rinse this off, we'll give them a test. It's nice not to have those annoying drips. Aren't they cute? The toast even has a little blush on the cheek. I'm gonna come on over with my Maylove Fade Away Brightening Serum. Just need a full dropper worth of this. This is the kojic acid, arbutin, licorice root skin brightening serum that I use. All right, that's absorbed. I'm gonna come on over with my Invisible Daily Defense SPF 60 sunscreen. Love this. Coming back to the fact that I've been using that mask for the past, basically the past week in the morning. I really haven't been using cleanser on my face in the morning. I've just been rinsing that thing off. One of the reasons I wash my face in the morning is because after cleansing or getting your face wet, your skincare products will penetrate a little bit better. So the serum that I've been using, the Cetaphil one, I like to put it onto the skin while it's damp. But I'm telling you, a really straightforward, simple morning routine is just get up and put sunscreen on and you're done. Guys, you guys, check it out. I don't talk like that normally. I'm just being silly. Look at the former junk drawer. I organized it, and I didn't just stop at that one. I did this one too. I have this museum putty stuff to basically tack down random objects. Anyway, so yeah, I officially am junk drawer free as of yesterday. It's been a long journey, but what can I say? Baby steps. I'll inevitably go back to having a junk drawer again, because what else are you supposed to do with the random bits and bobs that come into your life and are not meant to be there? Okay, Tuscany is judging. The globes are so festive. Like, I don't want the holiday season to end, because it's just gonna look drab as can be once I have to put these away. Let me know in the comments, is there something like a snow globe that is not Christmassy? You know, that's not seasonal? Let me know. Do they make these with other things in them? Admiring the tree. I have it on the twinkly setting. So, fun fact, if you missed when I unveiled my tree here that I have in the background, these lights are actually curtain lights. You know, you're supposed to hang these up, and they're like you know, lights on strings that come down. But I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put them on the tree, and I think it looks nice. And these lights I got at Big Lots. This tree I've had for several years, and it's a pre-lit tree, but the lights are no longer functional. So there's that. And these garland really give it a nice dimension. All right, guys, it is time to crack into our favorites in the K-Beauty Advent calendars. I'm gonna stick to Stylevana for today. Come back tomorrow and we'll tackle Yes Style. Picking up where we left off at drawer number 4. I made a rhyme there. Are you guys proud of me? Ooh, what is this? Riedel Shot 100 Cica Hyalon. Interessante. And looking at the ingredients, I'm pretty excited. This has niacinamide, of course. It's in everything. If you tolerate it, you're excited. If you don't, you're like, again? So niacinamide, if you're new here, is good for redness, hyperpigmentation, the moisture barrier, healing, recovery. It has anti-aging properties. It's anti-inflammatory. It's an antioxidant. It really is an ingredient that does a lot of heavy lifting, provided you tolerate it. The percentage is not disclosed, so be aware that higher percentages above and beyond, like 4 or 5%, tend to be a little bit more irritating for people. This has a variety of amino acids, which are good for the moisture barrier. Centella asiatica extract is anti-inflammatory. Sodium hyaluronate is hydrating. I am going to wager to bet that this product is good for brightening up skin tone by hydrating up the skin, delivering anti-inflammatory compounds, as well as good old niacinamide. And it is free of fragrance. So I popped off the little seal there, and one pump gets you a creamy, lightweight serum. Imagine this will go on well after cleansing. Again, as I mentioned, you know, ingredients and products like this, you want to apply them to the skin after cleansing while the skin's a little damp to really maximize penetration of those ingredients. This looks like it's going to be promising. Glad to see it's fragrance free. Day 5, we have, looks like something from Purito. Deep Sea Pure Water Cream with 2% niacinamide. So 2% niacinamide is a reasonable percentage, less likely to be irritating, nourishing marine ingredients. Now, alginates, marine extracts, are super hydrating. Laminaria is a marine extract, very hydrating. I'm not seeing fragrance. Apply a small amount of cream on face with fingertips. Let the cream absorb. Let's crack-a-lack on in. All right, I just pulled it out, removed the little seal, and we have a nice cream. Gotta say, this looks like it's gonna be a good facial moisturizer. Excited about that. Day 6, we have something from Haru Haru. Now, I am a huge fan of their gel cleanser, and they have a sunscreen I really like, so stoked to see something from them. This is their Centella Ace Vitaful Miracle Healing Multi-Balm. So this balm in a stick is of substantial girth, kind of looks like a glue stick. Now this product, this is a healing multi-balm. It has olive oil in it, which olive oil by itself actually can increase transepidermal water loss, but formulated into a moisturizer, it seems to be okay, and obviously has anti-inflammatory compounds. This also has shea butter. It has bisabolol, which is anti-inflammatory. It has sea buckthorn extract, which is anti-inflammatory. It has vanilla fruit oil, which may impart an aroma to it I did not detect. Otherwise, it doesn't have any other fragrance. Brightening functional cosmetics. It's kind of it's a little stiff. It feels a little stiff applying it, if I'm being honest. Might be helpful though for reducing chafing. All right, let's come on over here and do day 7. Ooh, you guys, first sunscreen, I think, of the calendar. This is a sunscreen stick. let's see, you know, with sticks, you got to be careful. There's the issue of skip areas. You got to do multiple passes and then rub them in. All right, so I just spread it on my forearm multiple times. It actually has really good dispensation in that it's not super stiff. It glides on the skin really well. It does have citrus oils, which is not my preference in a sunscreen. Can potentially be irritating. It's an organic sunscreen, aka chemical, as far as I can tell. And it does not leave any white cast. Scenic, or scenic? Interesting. Day 8, we have something, ooh, I'm excited about this. Good old Vita C eye gel patch. Now, y'all know I'm a huge fan of hydrogel eye patches. They can be just really relaxing to temporarily depuff the under eye area, brighten it up. Let's see if you guys will focus. There's way too much in the background. My camera's having a heyday. Let's open this up. So I'm bummed to see that these have fragrance. They're kind of hard to get one out at a time, at least at this angle, but it's interesting. I don't know if you guys can appreciate it. They have a little bit of a grippy texture to them, almost like a little bit of corrugation there. While I really enjoy doing these, I don't like it if they have fragrance because the under eye area is so delicate that it's more likely to be irritating. What's the form of vitamin C in these? They have niacinamide, which is good for redness and hyperpigmentation. Bergamot is a citrus oil that can be very irritating to the skin. Licorice root compounds, ascorbyl glucoside, that's a stable form of vitamin C that may help combat oxidative stress. Not really going to do much though for wrinkles. Hyaluronic acid and hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid are hydrating ingredients. Let's check out day 9. Ooh, this looks interesting. We have a pet balm. This looks like some kind of a cheek stain, perhaps. Well, that is rather intense. I don't know if that's supposed to go on your cheeks. A little dab will definitely go a long way. Maybe for lips too. Pet balm. That is intense. What's the shade here? 001. I'm meme. Yeah. Interesting. All right, I took a little break in all honesty and coming back for day 10 of Stylevana. What do we have here? Looks like, woohoo! Hydrogel eye patches. Like I've said, I love doing these. They're hydrating. They just temporarily depuff the under eye area. Really relaxing to do. The key is to get ones that are not only hydrating, but that don't have a bunch of irritating ingredients in them because the skin around your eyes is delicate. It's more vulnerable to irritation. Let's crack a lack on in and see what we got. All right, black pearl and gold. Ingredient wise, man, one thing I have to say about some of these products, I need to think about the fonts because they are killing my vision. Now, these do have gold, which is anti-inflammatory, but definitely can be irritating to the skin. Tea leaf extract, anti-inflammatory. It's got what I think is heart leaf extract, that's also anti-inflammatory. Artemisia, likewise, it does have fragrance. And not my preference, but let's see what they look like. Not to be a hater, but when I tell you, you guys, the fragrance on these eye patches is so intense. The fragrance on these is rivaling Sol de Janeiro. I mean, it's so intense, it burns my nostrils, just opening the jar lid. No way in heck I'm putting this under my eye. Sorry, not sorry. These, that fragrance is like that. I can't imagine that not leaving your eyes burning. Hard pass, hard pass. This is a no-go. Darn. Well, if you were wondering, are these any good? Granted, I haven't tried them, but I would say save your money. Instead, get the Pyongkang Yule time. Get the Pyongkang Yule black tea hydrating under eye patches. So good. So good. These, I can't imagine being worth it with that intense fragrance. Like my My nose just started running. I know TMI, but it's intense. Because it's like it has, I don't know, something that's intensifying the perfume. Have you ever sprayed perfume and gotten a little up your nostril? That's what that's like. All right. Well, the first 10 days are donezo. Man, flying by. Make sure you guys come back for the vlog tomorrow. We are going to be doing the Yes Style one tomorrow. So come back for that. Lots of goodies in these calendars. Full-size products, makeup, skincare. I'm telling you, I've been getting these calendars for, I want to say, I feel like this is my 4th year. It could be my 3rd year, but I feel like it's my 4th. And they don't disappoint. Like, I have discovered so many products from these calendars alone that have become favorites. And these calendars were my gateway getting back into makeup, because I was getting makeup in them and I decided I'm going to try this out. And then I got in, started getting into makeup. But the makeup I've gotten in these calendars has been good. Like, I got a brow pencil last year I loved. I discovered a Tude House fixing tint via these calendars. I mean, I've been really happy. Like, if, I'm gifted these, so I don't pay for them, but I would say they're definitely worth the cost versus the total value of what's in the calendar. I would definitely get them at least once if I was buying it myself, because it's definitely worthwhile. Like I said, if you're a skincare enthusiast, this is a lot of fun. Well, hey guys, I am all out of the shower, coming in again. I've been doing these Mediheal masks many nights, most nights actually, since I originally shared them with you. So if you missed that vlog, first of all, backstory, I don't really do the sheet masks too often, because honestly, they don't really do anything above and beyond what just putting like a hydrating serum on would do, or your moisturizer, except in the situation where you kind of want to lean into doing something like a pseudo wet wrap approach, where you have occlusion of those hydrating ingredients immediately after like getting out of the shower, when the stratum corneum is like really hydrated, to really get those hydrating ingredients in there and seal them in there to really kind of maximize. Blah, 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 blah. The other reason I don't do them is because they're kind of a little bit time consuming. I saw these on Amazon, of course. They showed them to me. I went ahead and bought them because they were on sale. And I have actually really been enjoying them. Now, they do have rose water, so they're scented. You can smell the rose, so be aware of that. But they have hydrating ingredients in them. They're vegan. So, it says collagen active 3 times. I think it's got, some peptides in there, some amino acids, which amino acids are really helpful for moisture retention in the top layers of the skin, helping with barrier repair. But I really like that these come in a container instead of like individually wrapped sheet masks. Comes with a little pair of tongs. I was really into doing these sheet masks a couple of years ago, and I genuinely did see a visible improvement in like skin smoothness and luminosity via the hydration. But again, it was just kind of, a lot to keep up with. I went through a phase where I was getting them from like H Mart, and that's the other thing. I haven't been to H Mart in a long time because it's a little bit of a drive from where I'm at. So I don't go there as often as I was going a couple of years ago. But I would buy the Mediheal masks at H Mart, and they always were good. And this newer round, the Derma 365, really good. The mask is nice and saturated too. Like, they don't scrimp on the solution. So I just pat it in. But I'm telling you, all the exotic ingredients out there, you've got peptides, growth factors, antioxidants, vitamin C, retinol, retinaldehyde, there are so many ingredients, but take a step back and just really understand that simply the act of improving moisture content in the skin's outermost layer really does a lot of the legwork of your skincare. It really does. Not only in just making your skin look better through light scattering, it actively helps aid in barrier recovery, such that your skin will be better equipped to handle day-to-day environmental aggressors, and it actually helps significantly in allowing any of those ingredients to have meaningful penetration into the skin. When the stratum corneum, skin's outermost layer, when it's hydrated, things penetrate a lot more readily. I mean, that is a well-established fact. And so that's part of what your moisturizer is doing. Along those lines though, it's a double-edged sword in that you also can have the penetration of the ingredients can make them more irritating. So you have to keep that in mind too. And I think for a lot of people, they will experience burning and stinging with application of certain moisturizers. Like CeraVe facial moisturizer is notorious for that for many people, not for me personally, but for many people. And I do think that a lot of it could come down to the fact that the hydrating ingredients, allow for maybe more penetration of something in the formula that you are more sensitive to, coupled with, maybe the pH and you as an individual, your skin and skin issues, all can explain the burning and stinging aspect of things. Anyway, so I've taken that off and my skin is nice and hydrated. I'm going to come on over with the Madagascar Centella. Look guys, I'm almost finished. This is one of my favorites from this year so far. So I'm going to come on over with this. And I honestly, I've tried out a lot of serums this year, and so I'm just gonna come on, I'm not gonna touch my face with it. I'm just gonna put some here and here and rub it in. I have tried a lot of serums this year to review for you guys, and this one is one that I keep, I have a lot of them here and I kind of alternate, but this is the one that I want to keep using because I've really liked it. That and the ProBio Cica cream. I really love this. This is a really luxe cream. Anyway, and I could come on over with a moisturizer, but I'm just going to go right in with my tretinoin. Now, because the skin is still damp and everything, it's going to give me better penetration of tretinoin. I've been using tretinoin for a while, so I'm a lot more accustomed to it, but this could make it more irritating for other people. And I always do the backs of my hands too when I'm applying retinoid. I always make sure to get some on the backs of my hands, because this skin here, it's really delicate and it sees so many environmental exposures that it really can benefit from using a retinoid, whether it be prescription retinoid or a precursor, if you will, like retinol, which is a cosmetic ingredient, or retinaldehyde, another cosmetic ingredient that your skin has to do a few things to those, but ultimately they can get to the active form retinoic acid to have meaningful changes not only at the surface of the skin in terms of brightening up, hyperpigmentation, lightening dark spots in the epidermis, but also improving collagen production in the deeper layers of the skin, ultimately smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles. I wanted to update you guys. I have tried this apple cider vinegar exfoliating scalp detox that I got a few weeks ago in the Winter FatFit Fun Box. They don't disclose what the percentage of salicylic acid is in this. I haven't really noticed a big difference, if I'm being honest, but the product overall is pretty easy to use. The cool thing about it is you put it on and you let it sit on your scalp. You put it in the scalp. It's easy to distribute. It's got a nozzle like that. You massage it in and then let it sit on there just like you would do a sheet mask, but you're treating your scalp. And then when you go in the shower to shampoo your scalp, you're shampooing it out. So it's kind of a short contact therapy approach. It's got some ingredients though that might be irritating. It's got bromelain and papain. Those are fruit enzymes, like in meat tenderizer. So there's the potential for irritation with something like this. It also has menthol, and you do experience that little tingle. If you have an itchy scalp, you'll probably like that because menthol kind of really hits those little itch nerves, so they chill out. And so it can be very soothing, but it is fragrance, so if you are allergic to fragrance, you have to be aware of that. This has niacinamide, which is anti-inflammatory, helps with the moisture barrier, and helps calm down any inflammation. So that's a great ingredient in here. But if you are using a scalp exfoliant where you leave it on, you're supposed to get in the shower and wash it out like that, or really anything that you leave on your scalp, you do need to be aware of the fact that you can get transferred down, to your face, to your eyelid area. So be careful, like what I've been doing when I use it, which I haven't used it that much. I make sure when I get in the shower that I tilt my head back like this, let the water hit my scalp. I kind of massage my scalp, and then I go in with shampoo. I try not let the water run down the front of my face so that the papain, the bromelain, they don't end up, my eyelids, because that could, cause an eyelid dermatitis. At least make your eyes dry and irritated, your eyelids. Eyelid skin, it's tricky. It's like fly paper. Stuff will just stick there and get sucked in because of the nature of the muscles around the eyes. It really, when you blink, kind of brings those allergens and things even closer into the skin. So yeah, be careful with your hair care products because they definitely can make their way to aggravate your skin around your face. Likewise, one reason people get acne is not so much skincare products breaking them out, but hair care products can actually aggravate acne. It's called pomade acne. Like a lot of patients will get comedones on their foreheads, the sides of their face from styling products, especially pomades. So I went to the gym this evening and I was listening to that audiobook Wellness, and I'm just tickled by this book so much because it's like I said before, it's so relatable. And I'm at the point, I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't read it or listened to it, but it's just so, all those little corporate type things that are so annoying, or like you can tell that you are being screwed over. Like things, for example, when you go to the airport, how a lot of things now, in comparison to how they were in the 70s and 80s, how everything is just such a racket, right? With air travel, everything boiling down to, not having zero leg room, right? I mean, there's like no space to breathe on an airplane anymore. You're like crammed in there like sardines. They don't feed you anymore. They give you that little tiny thing of pretzels, and like they always have all of these excuses as to why. It's just like all boils down to, them screwing you over, but making it seem like you are winning. Airport, man, they will really get money out of you, right? I mean, it's hard not to spend money in the airport. Like they have you hanging out there and they don't even have good stuff most of the time, but you're just stuck there and you're like, I guess I'm gonna shop. Which surprises me why. That's one thing I find surprising when you go to an airport. There must be some exorbitant cost for a retailer to get in there, or some, huge bureaucracy or something to get in there. Because if I were like, a company, I had a product I wanted to sell, I would want to be in an airport because people are in there shopping and, buying stuff. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.